Diamond page where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat, the future drums.
All right. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Diaspora Connect here on the main page. I'm joined today by my brother, Africa Leem, CEO and executive chairman of Ghana One Restaurant on Spintest Road.
One Ghana,
that part. Okay. And he's also a big star on TikTok, flipping Africa. So y'all catching, what is that, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But right now we're going to switch it to Thursdays only because we got to get the content for, I don't want to say what we got coming up next, but just stay tuned. I'll be back and, to give you some more details on that.
I hear that. So as you guys know, here on the Diaspora Connect, we try to link the diaspora to the motherland. So as always, I like to bring in someone that's been outside and that is now here. My brother is just like me. He lives here now. So, and he lived on the other side before. So I kind of want to talk about some of the challenges, if any, and also talk about some of the benefits. I always preach the motherland is where to be at. There's a lot of benefits here. And then, for my brothers, shout out to Joel and Mr. Jabil. They don't see it my way sometimes. So I have to, call in to the people that see how I see it. You feel me?
But what it is sometimes they say, you crawl, you take a few steps, you fall, and you start running. So with them, they've been here for, majority of their life. So basically they might want to go and experience it. But I always tell people this, if you have it good where you at, it's better to visit and come back. Because nothing beats working for yourself than working for a Bruni.
Serious, that part.
You get what I'm saying? Coming back, it's the freedom I have. I wake up when I want to wake up. I do what I want to do. And the most important thing is when I meet police officers, I could chill with a police officer. I don't want to say other things that, goes on with police officers over here, but just imagine in the U.S., Atlanta, let's say 2, 3 at night, and a police officer pulls you over. You know the tactics. You're holding the wheels, your hands stayed, and once the officer come, yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Sir, can I please take my hand off the wheel to reach for, guess what? In Ghana, police officer pulled me over.
We chilling.
Bosu. Hey, jai.
I'm glad you brought up the police situation because it's a topic that keep coming up on some of our other platforms where I try to make sure to understand how sweet it is with Ghana police. Right, I make the joke all the time, like Ghana police are friends. I've never been pulled over where I was concerned about my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's a constant fear on the other side. Anytime a police pull you, you see them lights flash behind your back, you're like, damn.
Heart stop beating, hands get sweaty.
So when I see Ghana police, is either I'm just gonna talk myself out of it.
Yeah,
you do your little thing. Yeah. It is what it is. So let me ask you. So how long you been here now?
Right now, so since 2020, I've been going and coming. So
all right. So you've been out here a little bit longer than I have because I think I came right after COVID. So how was the transition for you? What was
it? Was in the beginning, it was hard. The reason why I say it was hard was I didn't understand the money situation.
What do you mean?
So I would have $5,000, I'd change it. And to me, that's a lot of money in front of me. I'm like, yeah, we balling. You get what I'm saying? And then by the time you realize, you're like, and my moms will say, that money's going to finish before you know it. And I'm like, man, listen, we here, we partying, we going to all these fancy Lebanese restaurants over here. You realize that the food is not good, but it's just the aesthetics. You just in there. These Ghanaian women want to take all sorts of pictures and, boost their social media things up. But, after a while, it start to hit you like,
I think
that money gone.
I think what it is also, and I know Joel and Malik somewhere saying, at least you got $5,000 to blow on the restaurant, right? and not saying you got it or blow it, but I think what it is when we come out here, like when I first used to come out here, I started coming out here consistently. I think since 2007, where I was buying my own ticket. I was coming here before then, but my dad was buying the ticket. And then that whole trip is family errands, but that's another story. But when I started buying my own ticket, I have to work my ass off the whole year just to come out here for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So when I come out here for 2 weeks, I'm in vacation mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might go out, might blow a little bag or something, but the amount of work I have to put in to get that
chill.
2 weeks off,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But I also want to, since they're not here to speak for them, I want to I don't want to make it into a bashing session. So I'm going to try to be. I like to bash them when they're here. So since they're not here, I'm
save it for later on.
But if they want to come in, I can invite one of them to come in if they want to take this heat.
Sometimes people get scared when you invite them, so they're gonna sit on the sideline and do what they do best. Hold their phone and press things
Mr.
next.
Jabil in the
them.
studio, you want to take some of this heat, or you good? He's scared. But I think what it is in their defense, I always say there is benefit to living outside, right? I grew up in New York, and then I lived in Atlanta for like the last almost 20 years.
So right, I went to Atlanta in 2002. That's when I moved to Atlanta.
Yeah, I went to Atlanta in 2006.
But by the way, I'm still 25 for any young ladies speaking.
That part.
I'm still 25.
He's single and ready to mingle.
I didn't say the single part.
But you're ready for whatever. Yeah. But so there is a lot of benefit. I think one of the issues that I always say is, I get it. If you have the opportunity to travel, go ahead, because you're going to pick up a lot, right?
True.
You're going to pick up how to hustle properly, the entrepreneur spirit.
Entrepreneur, yes. Hustling, I think Africans got the hustling part down packed.
But
because if you say hustling in America, it's a lot of...
I hate I got to do this. I got to call Dame Dash real quick. Hustle for your last name. Right?
Okay. But when we talk about hustle spirit, Africans are naturally born hustlers.
No, I agree. I always say we're naturally hard workers and all other stuff, right? But I feel like, are we doing it for a purpose or just for survival?
Even if you're doing it for survival, you know what it takes to survive?
Oh, yeah, it takes a lot.
So now just imagine African, let's use Ghanaian right now, right? A Ghanaian leaving Ghana to go to the U.S., right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say he stays in a one bedroom with his mother, father, siblings. We're just going to use 2 siblings. He might have other family members in there. Now, that's a hustler for him to still be able to focus and do everything he needs to do, living in that cramped up space. So coming to America, what do you think this man is coming to do? Knowing the value of the money.
No, I get it. When you get there, you're gonna work your ass off, right?
Yes.
But
so now
you touched on something that I want us to discuss a little bit. So for a lot of, I kind of want to right now, what we're saying, somewhere, Mr. Jabil is somewhere like, yeah, you privileged. You can say whatever you want to say, right? So, but I want us to touch on what they haven't seen on the other side. And all jokes aside, I keep using Jabil, but Jabil, he's a global guy. He's an international business guy. He's been to the U.S. a bunch of times. So he don't really count. Because he always want to throw me under the bus, but he don't really count.
All right.
But what I want to say is like the growing up as a youth, because you lived in New York too, right?
Yeah.
Right, growing up as a youth. I grew up in the Bronx, South Bronx at that.
Yeah, dirty. So,
Know what I'm saying?
I lived in the suburbs, Long Island.
So not everybody gets that those privileges, right?
Yeah.
So imagine as a youth, you get taken to America, right? A land of opportunity, they say, right?
They say
and
good choice of words.
Now I will say, right? I never lived in the projects, right? I actually was one of the few people in New York that grew up in a house. Nah,
you didn't live in Tracy Towers?
Nah, I know, right?
I was going to say you look like you lived in Tracy Towers.
I never lived in the projects. I actually grew up in a house, right?
Oh, okay, that's nice.
But a lot of us, but the projects is just around the corner.
Corner, yeah.
All my homies is from the projects. So a lot of issue that I see that happens because a lot of us, they say those of us who went as a youth, not all of us make it, right? Some of them, you know, you might get caught up in the street life and all that other stuff, and then we become a product of our environment. So what I want to say about this particular, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I think a lot of our parents, when they take us there, they're not really aware of the type of environment they're raising us in, right?
That's
a
true.
typical African parent is, and I'll use my dad as an example. My dad, OG, one of the hardest working men I ever met, right?
Yeah.
He'll get up 4 o'clock in the morning, by 5, he's going to work. Come home, that's his day routine. He's not hanging outside, he's not doing all that. Now, what do you think I'm doing?
Opposite.
I'm outside. And what do you think I'm seeing when I'm outside?
Yeah, you seen
Right? So, and then when I start making some decisions that is from my environment, it's like, yo, I didn't raise you this way, but you put me in this environment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what they expect us, or what they're expecting from us is know how you were raised at home. Still carry those values wherever you go.
Although I agree with that statement, it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Let's keep it a buck, right? If I go to school, I'll go to school with people from my neighborhood.
Okay.
I hung out in the projects more than I did at home.
And then majority of them don't have a
two-parent household and all that other stuff. It would be, look, I've had gun pulled on me before. I don't think my dad ever experienced that. You know what I'm saying? By the police and on the, on the other side.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm touching up on this is, and this is really more for, I guess, our older audience, is sometimes you gotta be mindful of where you're raising your kids.
Very
right?
true.
I get it. Sometimes when we travel, when we go outside, we look for the cheapest accommodation we can get, right?
And
but then if you have kids with you, is that environment
you want to raise
suitable
your kids,
to raise your kids in?
Which is a no.
So when for my December crew, or for the people in Ghana, when some of us come in, we seem like we're a little bit more into the American street life. It's not by choice. You know what I'm saying? We're product of our environment. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to point that out there. So let's be mindful of it. Tracy Towers is literally is Mokola in the middle
for
of
those
the
that
Bronx.
don't know, Tracy Towers is basically Little Ghana in the Bronx. So
Tracy Towers, and shout out to River Park Towers, is another one.
Yeah, but it's for those that have the opportunity to go, that they want to travel, and I'll say my thing is this, right? Go and experience it, but make it a visitation. Visit. See if that's what you really want, because a lot of people never had that choice growing up. So your parents say, "Oh, I'm taking you there." You get what I'm saying? And all you did was pack up, boom, and you sent over there. Yes, going to school and doing all of that was a good thing. I learned a lot. You get what I'm saying? Me getting to the U.S. was the first time I ever washed dishes, cleaned up my own room. When I was in Ghana, I had a maid for all of that. I didn't wash my clothes. I didn't do nothing. But guess what?
You were living a life.
I got there, and I'm looking like, yo, you said this place sweet. It's supposed to be robots doing all of these things. But guess what? It made me a better man.
So now that we're back, right? Because you and I, we're pretty much we're living a parallel life, right? We're kind of going down the same path. What advice would you give to the people here? I always say, if you have the chance to go. And you kind of just said the same thing. What hustle or what advice, recommendations can you give them to say, okay, this is what I've seen. If you go down this path.
But you see, the thing is, I'll tell you from a Ghanaian point of view, right? This is basically what they're going to say.
I swear it's like these two demons that I deal with. You're recording them right now.
So, the thing is, I always tell them, if you want to go.
But
I'm not going to stop you from going.
That's the thing, though. If you want to go. But what happens if you don't have the opportunity to go?
Make the best opportunity with what you have.
Okay.
See, Listen, Ghana has so many opportunities, but what I've come to understand is you have to have money and connections.
Big facts.
Even if you have connections without the money, now you have to go find somebody with the money to come in. And then even with that one, you feel like you're not on the same playing field with the individual.
Yeah.
So basically what I tell them is you start off small. You don't have to start off big. You start off small, gradually grinding to get you there. But the youth of Ghana at the moment want to jump from A to Z
Without skipping
in a blink.
everything in between.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
wants to work for nothing. Nobody wants to do the grind. You get what I'm saying? Even people that own businesses, sometimes you have to come early, open the doors, sweep before other people come in. If you're not gonna do that, you're not setting an example for your workers.
So I want to ask you this. So I've been using this term or phrase as of late a lot on this platform, which is mentorship, right?
Yeah.
I have this thing where I feel like I don't want to keep saying Ghanaians, but Ghanaians constantly we seek handouts, right? But we don't look for
An opportunity.
an opportunity or mentorship. So I know you in a restaurant business. You're also in
Say,
you're doing
media,
the
film,
media
yeah.
situation. So since you've been here, have you had someone like come out to you like, yo, not necessarily asking you for money, but like for guidance, like
Guidance, no. They always come wanting something.
so
So like you said, the handout situation. So it's always, oh, give me something small. I want to buy food. I want to do this. And it's the funny thing. So let's say even at the restaurant, when people come and if you ask for food, it's food. You get what I'm saying? I can't eat all the food and all the food is not going to be sold. I don't mind giving you. But when you come and tell me you're hungry and I'm offering you food and you tell me, oh, no, you want the money? What type of sense does that make?
I get it.
You get what I'm saying?
I get it. So I think what it is, and I'm making myself accessible, right?
Okay.
To the youth, and then I'm challenging you to do the same thing.
All right.
And the challenge is simply this, right? Don't ask me for money because you're not gonna get it. But if you want someone to like, yo, I'm trying to accomplish this. What level of guidance can you give me?
Okay,
Yo,
so
hit me up
pointing you in the right
DMs.
direction.
You know what I'm saying? Hit me up in the DM, all that other stuff. I am willing to mentor anybody that is seeking mentorship. I think it's a level of education that, you know, they say the up is it? I don't know if it's the upper 1% in Ghana or whatnot, but they're gatekeepers, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not a gatekeeper. I want all my people to eat, right?
But
And-
it's a different mentality. She coming and saying, like Dame would say, I want all my to be bosses.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Because if it's only one boss and that boss falls, we all fall.
We all fall. Big
You get what I'm
facts.
saying? So pointing the youth in the right direction and saying, look, I want you guys to focus on this, do this, take this path. I've already taken this path, so you guys take this path, and it'll be a better path. But they looking at it as, why should I have to take this path? Why not just tell me what's at the end?
I don't even think I have them asking what's at the end. You know what I'm saying? They want to be positioned at the end, but they don't even want to know what paths to take to get to the end. And that's always been a problem.
And this it was an old dude that always used to tell me, if the foundation was never laid for the house, how could you go through the front door?
Big fact. Shit gonna collapse.
Exactly.
Collapse.
So you have to see the struggle. You have to experience something so you appreciate what you have. Because if I every day you come and I give you 20 cities, you don't appreciate that money. You going
What's that old saying? Teach a man how to.
you
Give a man a fish, something.
Yeah.
That part.
So
Yeah.
you know, it's the youth. What my advice to the youth at the moment is, yo, take your time, man. Don't rush. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, be patient. It pays off. Pays off in the long run. Trust me.
All right. So on another note too, right? I see a lot of opportunities while I'm since I've been here, right? It's if someone has an entrepreneur spirit and they want to okay, maybe someone has the resources, but
Okay.
they don't know what to do with the resources. Because you do have people out here like that.
Yeah.
Some have the resources, they don't know how to utilize the resources. Do you have any opportunity that you've seen, like, let's say, you're newly graduate, maybe you're a little bit more fortunate than others, but you just don't know. Let's say the job market is hard, right?
Yeah,
So
as it is
as
right
it
now
is. So do you have anything that you can say, hey, maybe this is a field that you can get into, something that you can kind of point them towards the right direction?
Basically, right now, coming here, my experience so far is agriculture, right?
Okay,
So
farming.
the reason why I say agriculture is you just don't pay attention to what's going on in Africa. You look at the whole globe as a whole. These wars going on over here, it's this, it's that. So basically, with all of that said, what is everybody gonna need? Food. So a lot of people, they hate agriculture, but it's understanding it. And then right now, YouTube will guide you. YouTube will point you in the right direction of what to do and what not to do, even if you're not into the agriculture field. But what we have to take into consideration is making sure you pick and appoint the right people to watch whatever it is that you're doing. And even if you're just gonna be an investor, make sure you check up on your investments. So even if it's surprise visits twice, 3-4 times a month, just go on there, just check up on how things are going, so you make yourself familiar and not get sidetracked with someone coming to tell you, oh, I need this. Then 2 days later, oh, you have to send this for this, and you know nothing about what you're getting into. You get what I'm saying? Agriculture is a big field. It's a whole lots of different types of farming. We talk about what the hand farming. Muhammad introduced the Nkukwan Kitchen. You have the goat, cow. Snail farming is a little difficult. A lot of people don't understand the science behind snail
I
farming.
didn't even know you had this much background. But my bad, you keep going, bro.
You get what I'm saying? So with snails, the slime
Yeah.
on snails is used in cosmetics, in all beauty cosmetics and anything. So basically, all you have to do is start your snail farm. Once it's time to harvest, you find any of these companies that are into snails. You could do your own research yourself. You know, these companies, you have a lot in Canada, Germany, Holland, France. All these people need the slime of these snails. And then snail is a delicacy.
I ain't never even thought. I didn't know that.
Yeah, snail is a delicacy in all these other countries. It's not like how in Ghana you see snail. You get what I'm saying? You go
You
a
go to
regular.
Moncala and they got them like this. Yo,
Yeah, you could afford it. So now just imagine if you have, let's say, an acre of farming snails. Just imagine when they come, all these drums of snail slime that you could sell to them. So all people have to do is all you got to do is Google or do YouTube and just type in, snail mucus or snail slime. You see how much the business it is. Not even the snail sells itself, just the mucus, and see basically how much money you can make of it.
Now you put me on the game too, right? Because I've heard of cattle farming. I have one of those. Poultry farming for
That's majority. That's everything.
I've never heard of snail farming before, so I might need to look into that.
Yeah, you'd be
some
very
opportunity
surprised.
there. So the next thing that I want to ask you, right? We had I don't want to just make the whole conversation all serious and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw some jokes in there. And we recently had a conversation on the Vibe Tribe with the guys, and we were talking about the culture, right? You and I we're Ghanaians, but when we're in Ghana, they look at us as we're Americans, right? Yeah. And truthfully, there is a cultural difference from our upbringing and the upbringing for our brothers and sisters here.
When you say culture difference, you talking about the older generation?
Nah, I'm talking about.
Because you can't talk about the younger generation. Because the younger generation right now, some of these young guys in Ghana right now would tell me about an artist, and I'm looking like
So when I necessarily say culture, we may listen to the same music, but there's still certain things like our common beliefs.
Oh yeah.
And the way how we look at the world is completely different. Right?
Yeah.
I think one of the conversations we had recently, and if you haven't watched it yet, is on the main page. Go check it out. Was about. We talked about entitlement, right? How we feel like Ghanaians are very entitled. They rather ask for a handout. instead of actual mentorship. And then we spoke about one of the topics we talked about was what happens. I need to get your perspective on it because they try to come for me about this. Was what happens when you invite someone out, right? And the conversation started off. We were talking about.
I think I watched that episode.
Right. So I don't know how. I'm not comfortable, right?
Wait, let's set the base first, right? Inviting the boys out, or let's say I call a checkup.
That's different. We all know how that rule is universal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I call a little, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now we talk about the fellas, like.
Yeah. So if I call the fellas, like I'm like, yo, Liam, let's link up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, where you at? He's like, I'm at Honeysuckle. Pull up.
Yeah.
So the concept or the mentality in Ghana is because you asked me to pull up, you're supposed to take care of me.
And I agree and disagree. Let me tell you why.
All right, put me on game then.
So basically, let's say I call you like, yo, Mo, pull up. You know what I mean? So your response to me, I'd be like, yo, it ain't looking good.
No, see, that's me. I would tell you that. I'm like, yo.
And then now it's up to me to say, come or don't come.
Big facts.
You get what I'm saying? But if they not, see, it's the relationship in which you have with that individual also. That's why I say I agree and disagree. So if it's me calling you out of stopping whatever it is that you're doing, I say, yo, pull up. You know, you could say, yo, look, man, I'm busy at the moment. I can't pull up. Or I got something going on. It's not good. Then yo, don't worry, man. I got you. Pull up.
I'm off it. I have people that when I go out with, I know I don't have to come out the pocket. When they come out with me, they don't have to come out the pocket.
But see, it's a mutual thing.
It's a mutual thing. But the issue is if we're just peoples, right? Let's say fine, I'll go with boys.
Yeah.
Right? And let's say one of the examples I used was, let's say it's my birthday. Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's my birthday. You say, yo, Mo, what you doing for your birthday? Oh, I'm having a little dinner at Kozo. Pull up.
Yeah.
Right? The way I grew up, if I'm having a dinner at a restaurant, okay, and you pull up, you taking care of yourself.
Yeah, that's
or
facts.
We take care of the birthday person.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult for me to understand that if you invite someone to a birthday dinner, you're supposed to take care of all of them.
That's a no-no. It doesn't happen nowhere. It doesn't even happen in Ghana.
Yo, did you know? You say you watched the episode.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You see, when they were talking, I'm listening like, okay, I don't want to say Ghanaian mentality because then, they feel some type of way about that. Nah, it's not. The thing is, it's principles, right? So it's my birthday. I invite you out. Come on, we celebrating me. If we celebrating me, why am I taking care of you guys? The celebration is about me.
So we on the same page.
Yeah.
So it was difficult. That was a very difficult situation for me to wrap my head around.
Because I look at it like this. Then I could have just kept shy and invited nothing but females.
At least
I know something will pop off.
Might get a little happy ending at the end. But to just, and the type of person I am, I'm never going nowhere if my pocket ain't straight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I even had a situation a couple of years back. Me and my shorty, we went out. She said, I've been on my best behavior. You know what I'm saying? She wants to take me out, right? So we went to a restaurant. Now, she was like, yo, nah, you ain't got to worry about your wallet, leave everything. I'm like, I got you. But the type of person I am,
you still going to have to sneak it in.
I don't step out if I don't have the funds on me. So on the way, I pulled over, hit up the ATM, and put some.
You got to have some bread on you.
We got there, we ate, shit was lit.
Yeah.
The bill came, she like, yo, I didn't bring this much. I didn't bring this much. Now, mind you, if I would have listened to her,
man,
we would have been out here looking stupid. You know what I'm saying?
And that's an embarrassing moment.
So I never step out if I ain't got it.
Yeah,
so that's for me.
Moment.
Unless I know the person I'm with, they say.
Yeah, if it's a for show, like, yo, I know there's never going to be no mishaps with this person. Yeah, but I'm still gonna carry my joint on me. You get what I'm saying?
Big facts.
I mean, you just never know in situations like that. Even let's say if I don't have it, you still have some type of, $100 here, $200 just to keep on yourself.
I gotta stay strapped, man. It's necessary. It's necessary.
So you fall victim to that, man. Yo, if you my boy and you come out and I'm like, yo, come let's chill, boy, I'm gonna leave you right there. I'm telling you, like, yo, better luck next time, man. You're
Facts.
supposed to know the rules.
So I want to next thing I want to ask you. I was about 9 years old when I left Ghana, right?
Okay.
And I went because my dad filed for me,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know if you were born there or if,
Nah, I left when I was 7.
so you left when you were 7. So how was your path?
My path it wasn't an easy path. When I left, actually my aunt came and got me.
Okay.
So first place I went to was Chicago. And that's why I said, my aunt's no longer alive. So,
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
So I got there and it was a learning experience. That's why I told you, I didn't know how to sweep. I didn't know how to wash no dishes.
At 7 years old, I mean...
But you got to remember, some of these people, you got to remember back then in Ghana, people are fetching water at a young age to come take a shower.
So you was a silver spoon type nigga.
Yeah, you get I was privileged. My father and mother had some paper, so it was good. And even I could take it back in the whole neighborhood, we were the only people on the block with a house phone at that time.
I've been in that era.
You get what I'm saying?
When the phone call come in, you got to walk down the block
and you gonna call this person and call that person.
I remember that.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So, but when I got to the U.S., my aunt, and when I say I'm grateful for her, even though I hated it then, I'm grateful.
So, what was a path? Was she adopted you, or how did that?
She did the adoption route.
So the reason why I'm asking is part of the conversation we had was everybody want to travel, right?
Yeah.
So your aunt couldn't just come and get you. She had to adopt you.
Yeah, she had to go through the process.
She had to bring you in as a child. My father took me, right, as a child. So the conversation always come up, everybody want to travel, but not everybody qualifies to travel, right? So I always say, so what do you do if you don't fall in one of those categories to travel?
So, right now it's different ways. You have people that they take the walk through South America.
Hey, yo.
And you'll be surprised how many people actually take that journey.
I know a couple.
You get what I'm saying?
I know more than a couple,
actually. But I always ask people this, is it worth risking your life?
And there's a lot that don't make it either.
Yes. Now just imagine, you still have to pay money on these trips. Because they get certain places and the cartels take over. And if you want to cross over, and this is the cartel's territory, you either have to pay or carry that load on you. So now imagine you leaving your house to go somewhere else, to be a slave to somebody just to get to your destination. Logically, to me, it doesn't make no sense.
Would you say it's worth the risk?
Hell no.
Malik is somewhere saying it's worth every.
But this the thing though, waking up in Ghana, I know my daily routine. There's nothing that I have to be afraid of.
Big
now
facts.
you're taking this journey to no man's land.
So I've heard a lot of stories, right? I know people who are on the way, they'll get to like Brazil or Nicaragua, they run out of bread, right? And then they got to get jobs on a farm to work, save up some money, and then continue the journey.
So my question to them is, was that worth it, or staying in Ghana was better?
If you ask them, they said it's worth it until they get there when things are not as sweet as they thought it was going to be, right? Because when you make it over, you're still undocumented, right?
True.
So
you have to watch it.
You
it's like walking on eggshells.
Hustle under the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a little difficult.
And then I know you probably heard of this. You have people that'll take you in and say, "Oh, I'm gonna give you my papers for you to work." You get what I'm saying? And then it's direct deposit. It goes straight into the account. Account is in whoever gave you them papers' name.
Big facts.
And then he tells you, "Oh, nah, it ain't drop."
Oh yeah,
your money ain't
I've heard
through.
worse. Or you be like, yo, I need you to hold on to this bread for me, put it in an account, right? And then when I need it, I'm gonna come and holler at you. And then it's the same people that'll call ICE on you because they don't want to give you that bread back.
So this is the thing, like you risk everything to get to a location, and then it's snatched away from you.
So no, I get it. So what I want to do since today we're ending of September, right?
Yeah.
So since you and I both agreed that if the opportunity comes to travel, go for it. It's end of the month. Next month is opening up the U.S. visa lottery for those of you who are hoping
I mean, go
to
ahead,
make
take your
that right. To
chances.
me, the visa lottery is a safer path
Yeah.
than going through the jungles of
Yeah, the
Nicaragua
Nicaragua and all of that. That's too much.
Venezuela. I took it too
Yeah.
far with Venezuela, but the path. So go ahead and do the lottery. Don't do it more than twice, because if you do 2 applications, you automatically get disqualified. If anyone have questions, they need help, hit us up in the comment field. I might reach out.
Yeah, and what I'm gonna tell people is, yo, America is not the only country to travel to. Canada has a better opportunity rate for Africans going to Canada.
Big facts.
You get what I'm saying? What people fail to realize is they see America because America is glorified so much that you think that that's heaven. No, Canada, and the reason why I'm saying Canada is it's easier when you go there without no papers. Your path into citizenship is much more easier and better. So do not focus on America as a whole.
A Ghanaian would tell you, I still want that blue passport. They're going to America.
But right now you have to look at the ratings. Look at the passport ratings. I tell people this all the time. They don't. Yo, listen. If you have to follow. Right now, an American going to Europe, they got to get a visa. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
European countries, they still the Schengen passports, and UK has its own passport. But you guys have to read. They say knowledge is key. Educate yourself on where you're going. If you want a better life, you have to think about it. It's not a better life for yourself. It's a better life for your family. If you choose to have kids or whatever, that's what you're getting a better life for. Don't get stuck in this America. Because if you haven't noticed, when you go to Ghana airport, Americans are running and coming to Ghana.
That's a big fact.
And now you have to sit down and ask yourself, why? Land of the brave, freedom and all. Why are they running back to Africa? What is the reason behind? So when you sit down and talk to these people and they explain it to you,
Then
you understand that, listen, maybe it's not that bad over here. Maybe I should just go visit and come back.
So what I want to do is we're gonna wrap it up. Pause for today. But what I want to do is I'm gonna invite you to come back on another day.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get Joe and Malik to join us.
Yeah, because I said Malik was scared today, huh?
I know he was kind of shook.
mean-
But where it could be like a debate, because I could only try to put myself in their shoes, but I got big feet. You know what I'm saying? So it's not fitting quite the same. So we'll get them to come in, and then we'll kind of make like a debate.
A little friendly debate, Malik. A little friendly debate.
Yeah, a little friendly debate, and we'll talk about it. But this is the Diaspora Connect. Africa Lim, I appreciate you for joining me.
No problem, no
We're
problem.
going live this Thursday, right?
Huh? Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So
y'all still doing Tuesday,
Tuesdays.
Thursday?
For now, we're still doing Tuesday and Thursdays, but we're going to post it when it's just going to only be on Tuesdays, because we got to focus on our new venture that we're getting into. Like I said, I will come back and
We'll
put you up
about
on
it.
game, yeah, and let you know what we got going on.
I appreciate you, brother.
No
Thanks
problem
for stopping
at all.
in, and next
look
time we're
forward
going
to
to make
coming
the
back.
conversation a little bit more exciting.
Hopefully then, the guy that's riding the bench at the moment could jump in the field,
Like, share, subscribe, the main page, Diaspora Connect. We out.
All right.
Down, down, down. Da, 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 down, down, down. Diamond page where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat, the future drums. A diamond page, oh, let's engage. Every topic, every stage. Borderlines blur, but hearts stay true. Diamond page is all for you. The brass is bold, the groove runs deep. Thoughts to ponder, truths to keep. Snap your fingers, feel the flow. Diamond page, now here we